It's been over 24 hours since Saturday got released, and since then, we've all been speculating in all over the place on theories when it comes to this, as well as the Dima storyline, and I've been reading a lot of your theories, and I still have a lot more to read, screenshotting a lot of theories, bookmarking them on Twitter, because you guys are amazing when it comes to stuff and making connections, and also you're crazy because there's so much, but you guys are super amazing. And the argument I'm still seeing going around the clique is what exactly crashed into the sub. Was it trash? Was it a Megalodon, a different being altogether? Or was it Ned? As you know, personally, I believe that this was trash. And I think to further point this argument, we need to look at a theme that is deeply entrenched in this album, and that is Feng Shui. So today we're going to be looking at another Feng Shui deep dive theory thread by one of the besties of the channel, Patience, who, if you have a Twitter, you need to go give them a follow, because it's a crime that they only have that many followers. They deserve a lot more because they are so smart and the connections they make are super spot on. So make sure to go give Patience a follow on Twitter at ClancyLives, and let's get ready to do another Feng Shui deep dive. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? First off, I hope you are having a really good day today. Hope your day is going well and hope it continues to go well. So for this video, we're just going to put the tweet on the screen. We're going to black out the rest of the screen because I have a little bit of a headache, so turning this light off definitely helps a lot out. So let's go. Here's another deep dive into Feng Shui. Let's get into it. This is really a story of 3 parts. So part 1, their first thread. The many connections between Feng Shui and 21 Pilots lore. A thread built in collaboration with @Williams Coffees, who will also be linked in the description box below, so you can go give them a follow as well. Trigger warning, description of death ritual. So, no chances in this house. We got Feng Shui, notorious in the Octagon. Behold, the Feng Shui Bagua Octagon, reorientated with East being up. And there's a couple things to take note of here. Of course, we got all of our directions. We got this big yellow circle in the middle. We got the yin and yang. We also get that each direction has an element, as well as what they represent. So East being the element of wood, family, and health. We also see that each single sector has 3 set rows of lines, and these lines are either broken or unbroken. So in the east, we got 2 broken lines in the top and the middle, and at the very bottom, we have just 1 straight unbroken line. Notice the yellow center, which represents the balance, and the trigrams of each of the 8 sections. Especially notice the trigram of the north. Look familiar? Which, if we go back and look at the trigram of the north, and look at Tyler's tattoo he got on his wrist, you can see that they are the exact same thing with the exact same orientation, just so happen to be in this picture. Of course, I do believe that Tyler's wrist tattoo is meant to represent rubber bands that he would wear on his arm. So let's continue. In Bagua, the trigrams, group of 3 unbroken lines or broken lines, have a relationship to each of other based on how they're arranged. In these 2 arrangements, we get earlier heaven, earlier grave, and later heaven, also called manifested. Manifest a ceiling. Bagua. In Feng Shui, the cardinal directions are represented by the celestial animals. East is represented by the Azora dragon, which we have talked about on the channel in yesterday's theory dump video. Notice that also that red and black, north and south, represent fame and career. Sounds a lot like a certain album, of course, that album being Blurry Face. The term Feng Shui literally translates as wind water in English, and is a cultural shorthand taken from the passage of now lost book of Burial. Note the trigram on Tyler's wrist represents water, being north. As an addict with a pen who's addicted to the wind, as it blows me back and forth, mindless, spineless, and pretend, followed by water several times. Definitely one of my favorite 21 Pilot songs. Now, from what I see, Bagua is used more in the Korean version of Feng Shui, which is called, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, because if I do, I'm going to botch it up, but there it is right there. Or as it translates to, wind, water, earth theory. Basically, the elements are very important, and now a little throwback to the Towers of Silence. In Zoroastrianism, the 4 elements, fire, water, earth, and air, are sacred and ought not to be polluted by the disposal of the dead. Cremation is believed to cause pollution of fire, air, and at times river water. Burial causes pollution to the earth and groundwater. Thus, we get the Towers of Silence, where the bodies are left to be eaten by scavengers. The elements are extremely important to all these spiritualities. Also, look how much the middle of the demon map looks like the Bagua Octagon, to which, oh boy, you can definitely see that if we throw the map right back up there. Also, look at the comparisons between the bishop's lights in the square map and as we can see in live.20pods.com, the button arrangements, to which we can see that if we orientate everything a certain way, the colors are in fact there. Yes. So, summary. The lyrics of No Chance is inadequate with a pen. Trash the Dragon, Tyler's Tattoo, the Blurry Face album, Dima itself, the live, and all have connections to Feng Shui. Do we know why? No, but we're trying to figure out. What do you guys think? Are we on to something? Also, I wanted to briefly mention redecorate, but didn't know where to put it in this thread. Feng Shui is used in decorating, so that is a thing. For me, I definitely know that from watching My Sweet Life of Zack and Cody when I was a kid. References that people my age would get, maybe older. I'm an idiot who actually knows a little to nothing about Feng Shui, so if you're someone who actually knows things, feel free to contact me or comment below in this video. It would be much appreciated. Part 2, Thread 2. So I've been trying to figure out the submarine Feng Shui connection, and I'm a little freaked out. More about the Bagua maps. In earlier heaven sequence, the trigram position in the east is the same as the one in the south of the later heaven map. South is up according to this compass, so east is up equals later heaven, the opposite of an earlier grave. But there is a problem. When in the south, water is a destructive element, and we are supposed to avoid it. So, if we are headed south, true east, upper middle, and plan to be in the water, in the submarine, are we headed for destruction? But wait, look at east, left, middle again. So if we take a look at the left middle on this map, we see the family core health displays blue and green. Destructive cycle, the creative cycle is in fact water here. And if we take a look at true east, the upper middle, we get fame and reputation. Destructive cycle is water. So true east, family core health, is that it displays a green, blue, water, and the creativity cycle is water, much like how Trash, our buddy, the dragon, is Tyler's creativity and imagination. In the east, the creative cycle is water. So if we have the east trigram in the south quadrant, do the fire and the water elements cancel each other out? Could creativity neutralize the destructiveness of the water? Again, I know nothing. Also, look in the suggestions that east are of happy and healthy people. You barely recognize the pictures they put in the frame because you shed your modesty. Then they tag me in this, to which, as you see from the timestamp, it was 9:30 in the morning. And so I woke up, I saved this to my bookmarks, and forgot about it. So, PSA, if you tag me in something and early in the morning Eastern Standard Time, please remind me of it so I can go back and really earlier in the day, later on in the day, instead of just being like, let me bookmark this, I'll read it later. Please remind me. And then final part 3 is what came yesterday when the video got released. I posted this 12 days before the teaser came out, and it got no attention. I'm feeling very I told you so right now. Remember that East is represented by the Azure Dragon, and that Trash represents creativity. Today, destruction and creativity collide. To which, yes, indeed, and as I said in yesterday's video, we also need to remember that within the Eastern philosophy, when it comes to Feng Shui, where Feng Shui is from the Chinese philosophy sort of thing, we get the depiction of dragons having no wings there. Dragons with wings is very much a Western philosophy thing. If you take a look at your medieval art, if you take a look at your Walter Crane, you see all the dragons have wings, but in the East, 0 dragons have wings, including the Azure Dragon. And there you have it. That was another deep dive into Feng Shui, how it pertains to the lore in general, more and how it pertains to our boy Trash as well as the sub. Anyway, I'm at this video and I'm going to go to bed. Sorry, this is not going to be a longer outro. My head is just killing me tonight. But anyway, guys, really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're having a great day. Make sure to go follow everyone down in the description box below, and I will go ahead and see you all later. Goodbye, good night, but more importantly, have a good day, and I will see ya later.